Hi, everyone. My name is Evelyn Bright, and this is week three's discussion board or video entry. Um, and we had to choose a social cause to talk about. And what chose to talk about is mental health. So I chose this specifically because I am a huge advocate for mental health. I That's what I do every day in the field. I'm a police officer, but I also work for a mental health team, and that's my assignment right now while I am a police officer. And what's super interesting is that, everybody kind of struggles a little bit here and there. And it's really interesting to see that how effective communication and how effective really having empathy in the world and being human is, especially with people that are struggling with mental health illness. So I chose mental health illness because it is a leading cause of illness in the world. It's 1 in 4 people that suffer from mental illness, and the number's even smaller when it comes down to uh, people that actually accept it and people actually get help for it. So 1 in 4 people, imagine that. 1 in 4 people are struggling with mental health illness or are diagnosed with mental health illness. And it's so prevalent in today's society because everybody struggles with it. There's people that take medication for it. There's people that don't take medication for it. There's people that choose not to address it at all, which is not a great idea. But ultimately, it's intriguing to see how it affects people. Just in my field of work, it's been very eye-opening to see how many people suffer with mental health illness. And mental health illness has a lot to do with crimes in the area, have a lot to do with people that struggle within their family circle, people that are living on the streets, veterans, and it's sad. It's a sad thing to think about. So when I was talking in my journal entry, I was pretty much just advocating and just saying that there's a huge divide between families, law enforcement, and mental health professionals when it comes to the homeless and when it comes to people that are actually struggling in society. And there's not a real fine line of where they can get help because it's their choice to get help. That's the downfall with mental health is that it's their choice to get help if they choose to do it. And if they don't, then we kind of have to wash our hands with it. And it's a sad thing. I've had to tell families numerous times that there's only so much that we can do. It's now their choice to be able to go and get services or get assistance, and get the resources that are out there because there's plenty. There's plenty of resources. Um, there isn't enough training when it comes to law enforcement, mental health professionals, anything like that. There's not enough training to actually handle it firsthand. That's why it's such a gray area when it comes to people that are trying to get services and get help and they don't know where to go or what to do or how is this going to look for my job? How is this going to look at my school? How is this going to look at society? Like, how are people going to view me? And so, with my position specifically, mental health has been a huge factor in the world. And my department said that something needs to change with law enforcement and mental health. So, for me, it's been a real good change to be able to help people in a different type of way than helping people fight crime or helping people in that kind of aspect. When I chose this position, it was eye-opening to see that, a lot of people are undiagnosed with mental health and they don't understand what they're doing or if they're committing a crime. And for us to subject them to having the ability to understand what they're doing and understand the crime that they're committing is very difficult because if they're using drugs on the street or if they're also having undiagnosed mental health illness, it can create a psychosis for them, which means that they're not there at all and they're not mentally capable of being able to advocate for themselves and be able to really be in society. Um, I think it's amazing how many resources there are to help these people, veterans specifically. There's a bunch of resources for veterans that struggle with PTSD. Some of the mental health illnesses that I've experienced and seen is schizophrenia, depression, anxiety, bipolar, manic depressive disorder. And it's it's hard because a lot of them are unwilling to seek help, treatment, medication, or rehab if it's substance use. And I think there needs to be more training for law enforcement to handle these types of situations. I think there needs to be more training to be able to understand what it's like to go through a mental health illness and not understand what you're doing or not having the mental capacity to be able to realize, oh, I'm committing a crime. Oh, this isn't normal. This is different. And that's kind of the issue that I'm trying to raise is to bring light that mental health can create a huge divide in society. And there's nothing that we can do unless if these people are willing to get assistance or get help. And um, and that's just our goal. Our goal is to get them assistance, get them help, kind of let them take the role because we hate when we're told what to do. And if somebody tells me what I'm going to do, then I'm going to go and do the opposite thing typically. So that's what they do. It's like mom telling child to go do something and the child's like, "No, I'm not gonna go do it." That's exactly what it's like and when it comes to mental health on specific occasions. And that's kind of like an analogy that I use because it's so true. My family wants me to get help and I don't want to go. My family wants me to take medication, but I don't want to take it. My family sees that there's a problem, but I don't see a problem. So, um, so bringing to light the fact that 1 in 4 people suffer from mental health illness, whether diagnosed or not, is still a huge issue, and people should actually care and be wanting to know more information and be wanting to research more and see if there's anything that they could do to help and set in their community and their society that they're living in, depending on where you are around the world. So, I hope you guys have a great week, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I hope to talk to you guys real soon. All right.